Hey guys, welcome to another video. My name is Samim Supreme, and today I want to tell you how I win games in Battle Royale Solo. There are many videos out there that tell you how to get to the final circle. There are many tips and guides, but not many of them really talk about what you actually do once you get to that top 10, right? So I figured, why not? Why not make a video that actually tells you how to win? As you watch this video, I want you to keep in mind that these three factors give you the upper hand when you get to the final circle. Number 1, crowd control. Number 2, positioning, such as height advantage and the edge of the circle. And number 3, surprise effect. I'll explain what those mean as we go along. Now the setup for my first and second scenario is MP7 for primary, RPG for my secondary, cold-blooded, ghost, and tracker for my perks, as well as a C4 and a heartbeat sensor. In the first scenario, I managed to secure the tallest piece of real estate that was the closest to the final circle and gave me a height advantage as well as preferable horizontal positioning. I set my airstrike in the middle of the final circle so that everyone would hide while I could jump down and remain unseen. But the enemy airstrike let me know that someone already may have eyes on me, so I stayed back and chill on the gas for a bit so whoever was watching could redirect their focus. As I jumped down, trying to assess the situation, I realized that semicircular structure is the closest to the endpoint and gives me an excellent height advantage, so I attempt to make my way there without attracting too much attention. This is one of the moments when you realize that you don't need to kill everyone to win the game. You just gotta outlast the second guy alive. So I just chilled there until the last 3 enemies do the dirty work for me. Now, my primary is an MP7, which is an SMG, and as you may or may not know, the higher the shooting range, the lower the damage output. So I reserved my kaboom option. Also, side note, if I didn't have the tracker perk, I wouldn't have actually known where the last guy was. And GG. In the second scenario, I got the same loadout, I'm in one of the crushed plaintails at the boneyard, and I'm waiting for the circle to start closing so I can stay on the edge, ensuring that nobody is behind me. The guy that sent in the airstrike to my side of the circle gave away his positioning, which is a big mistake when you're left with just 3 other enemies. He temporarily lost his surprise effect. I say temporarily because had he decided to run a marathon across the edge of the circle and watch over his old spot, he could have recreated the surprise effect while maintaining the perfect horizontal position. So now I run in the opposite direction of where the enemy was while staying in the gas. That's because I want to maintain my surprise effect. It's very hard to see through the gas. I noticed a fight take place, but it wasn't the last enemy standing, and since I didn't want to get lasered by the aimbot that all controller people have, I decided to maintain the secrecy of my position. He had no idea that I was on his left, which gave me the advantage of striking first. I dropped an airstrike on my position and rotated through the gas to establish a new angle so that the last guy alive wouldn't know where I'm at. Also, side note, this is an example of crowd control. That airstrike ensured that he was not near me where I was. I checked my heartbeat sensor and noticed that he is not pushing me, which could mean one of the 2 things. He either doesn't know where I am, or he's afraid. Anyway, I knew I had enough time to use my plates before I pushed him. And GG. Now for the third scenario, I'm using Growl 556 as my primary weapon, RPG for my secondary, cold-blooded, ghost, and tracker for my perks, as well as C4 and a heartbeat sensor. Similar to the first scenario, I secured a hotspot that was actually in the final circle, and since I was on the second floor with a view towards the end point, I managed to get the perfect horizontal location as well as height advantage. This guy got destroyed because I had the surprise effect. My ghost allowed me to not be seen on UAVs or on a heartbeat sensor, and because he took some damage from the C4, which by the way you can detonate on PC by hitting your use button twice, he got melted instantly. I set the airstrike off on the side where the enemy came from, so first of all I wouldn't get third partied, and second of all, crowd control. This airstrike ensured that there wouldn't be anyone camping on that side of the circle. This guy thought there wouldn't be anyone behind him since the gas was right up his ass. Well, he thought wrong. I didn't have the sound suppressor at the time, so I knew that I had to rush the last guy quick before he rushes me. It turned out we had the same idea. And GG. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Also, I really hate dying to akimbo magnums. Let me know what is your least favorite way to die in the comments below. Thank you and go get 'em dubs!